Hello, this is Professor Sunil Hazari. I would like to welcome you to the Artificial Intelligence Essentials for Business course. The first day of class is Monday, June 29th, and this is a fast paced course, and that is the reason I am making this video to show you where items in the course are located. Now, I realize that other faculty members may organize their courses differently. So, this walkthrough I'm hoping will help you quickly locate the items. So, I have gone ahead and logged into the course. This is the first screen that you will see every time you log in. On top are some icons. If you have new mail, you will see a red dot next to it. This is the discussions icon. When student posts discussions and you have subscribed to that discussion, you will see an alert over here. And this is an important icon because it tells you if there's new announcements in the course. I will be posting announcements pretty much every day to kind of keep you aware of the information in the course. But it is very important that you check your email and read those announcements to help you navigate through when the assignments are due. The next thing I would like to show you is this announcement area. And this is the main portion of the screen on the center. And for example, the first announcement that you will see is welcoming you to the course, giving you information on where the syllabus is located and the textbooks that we are using. So this is where you will see all the announcements populate. Now on the right side is a calendar. So this is a course calendar, but it is limited. That is because it just tells you when the discussion opens and closes, but it does not give you additional information on when each assignment is due within that time frame. So for example, in this class, we have several two-day assignments. On the very first day, you do what is called a discussion main post, which is the first post you will be doing before you can see other students post. So this one just tells you that June 29th, the discussion is open, and June 30th, availability ends. But it does not tell you that the very first post, the main post, is due at the end of the day. And that is why it is important that you read through the assignment instructions, because each assignment is slightly different and has different expectations and the due date. And I'm going to show you where those assignment instructions are located. So the next thing is the content area. This is where you will find all the documents for the course as well as individual assignment instructions. So when I click on it, you will see the first module is already expanded. So let me go ahead and collapse this. So this is how the content area is set up. So you have your main area where all the important documents are located. There's 10 of them. And then you have individual weeks. So our first week starts June 29th. So within this week, there are 3 assignments that we will complete during the week. The first one is over 2 days. The second one is over 2 days. And the third one is a 1-day assignment. So our assignments will run Monday through Friday, and Saturday and Sunday, there are no assignments. So I would encourage you to use that time to relax or look through the items that we covered during the week so that you can be prepared for the test, or feel free to look ahead as well. So the entire course is made available to you online if you want to work ahead. But as long as you're keeping up with the daily assignments, you should be okay. The only thing to remember is, although you're able to see what kind of assignments we are doing, in order to post the assignment to the discussion board or the Dropbox, you will have to wait until the day that assignment opens. And the discussion board is on a timer, so it will open and close according to the schedule that is given in the syllabus as well as the assignment instructions. So let's take a look at some of the items in course documents. So this first item is the syllabus. It is a fairly detailed syllabus, and please go ahead and download it and make sure that you read through it. So I have it open in another tab. So when you open the syllabus, this is what it's going to look like. You have your course description, and then you have information about the textbook. For this course, you do not have to purchase the textbook. We will be using two textbooks from which you will be studying to answer questions from the test. And the test is open book, so feel free to use any resource, including Google, as well as the AI tools like ChatGPT. So we are going to be using two textbooks that are available in content. The first one is a book that I wrote almost 2 years ago, and the second book is what is called the Incomplete Book of Generative AI. And the main reason I selected this book was because of the title. The field of AI is moving very fast. So anything that you may learn this week may well be obsolete next week. So the book has several topics that give you the foundation, but then we will be using other research articles and other tools to keep up with current trends and ideas for artificial intelligence and how it is used in business. So you will be accessing the scholarly articles using either the library or Google Scholar. A tip for you is Google Scholar is very easy to use if you know how to use it. Now, Google Scholar is different from the regular Google. And the reason is in Google Scholar, we only have what are called research articles. And I'm going to show you a quick demo of what the Google Scholar interface looks like. And then you will be using the Chrome browser or Firefox browser or the Safari browser if you're using on a Mac to access the web-based tools for artificial intelligence. And then as we go along in the syllabus, you will see information about the course objectives. You will see course policies. And this is very important. This is just one of the two documents that you will need to read before we start the course, because the course is about AI. So obviously you will be using AI, but for some assignments, it is important that you not use AI based on the instructions. That is because what we want to do is we want to use AI as a learning partner. So with some assignments, you are allowed to copy and paste. That is why it says specific guidelines should be followed for each assignment. And anytime you use AI, please do not hesitate to say that I've used AI, because in this class we are going to learn more about responsible and ethical use of AI. There is nothing wrong with using AI as long as you're disclosing what you have used AI for. And we'll go into more details in a few minutes over here. And then you have the information about the assignments. Now, it is important that you submit the assignments on time, because there is, as it says over here, a 25% late penalty for each day. So technically, you are allowed to submit the assignments up to 4 days late, but on the fourth day, you will get very little credit. So try to follow the schedule and submit the assignments on time. So over here, it talks about formatting and AI use in this case. And this is also given to you in a separate document. A very important point to remember is not to use Grammarly, Quillbot, and humanizers. And in other courses, You may have had instructors allow you to use it, but in this course, I suggest that you not use it. And the reason I've explained is because these tools, such as Grammarly and Quillbot, use AI at the back end. So all your assignments will be run through AI detectors. And if it is found that you've used AI when you were not permitted to use it, you will receive an email from me. So it references a document that says writing expectations document, and we'll see what that is. Then it gives you information about the types of assignments we will be doing. So the main assignments that you will be writing about is in the discussion area. So you have what is called the main post, which is the first post that you create before you can see other students' posts. And then you have what is called the response post, which is 30% of the assignment grade. Then we will be doing many, many projects. And this is what the grading table looks like. So you have about 60% of the course is discussions and projects, and 40% of the course is weighted according to the 3 tests. And remember, the tests are open book. Feel free to use any resource. Now, my goal is to have every student reach this 333 point mark, because that is an A grade. And my goal, again, is to have every student succeed. I have been at the University of West Georgia for 23 years, and I have tried to help the students by designing materials that are current, relevant, and also giving you feedback in the gradebook, which is beyond just a number. It is also individual feedback to help you improve. The next part of the syllabus is the schedule. So, for example, when the course starts on a Monday, we have the first assignment going Monday and Tuesday. So, it is important that you post your introduction and your main post on the very first day. And I'll show you where this information is located. The first test is during the second week, middle of the week, and the tests are timed. But again, you're allowed to use any material. So we have first test on that day, the second test on July 16th. So go ahead and mark these dates in your calendar. And at the end of the second week, there's one exception. Since this is a compressed session, there are no assignments on the weekend, but there are some readings to be done in order for you to be prepared for test number 3. So that was a quick look at the syllabus. Let me jump back to the Chrome browser. So these are the 2 textbooks that I was talking about. Go ahead and download it. Both are PDF files. Course introduction video, it talks about why the artificial intelligence is helpful for businesses and the changes it has brought to the business and professional landscape. The video you're watching is going to be linked over here. And then there is another important document called APA Expectations and APA Quick Guide. The quick guide is how you format references. And the APA Expectations, I'm going to jump to it in a second. But then the other documents also are how to create the sample main post and the response post. And let me go ahead and click on this, and it opens up another document, says APA Expectations document. Now this is a fairly detailed document, and please read through it very carefully. It explains the acceptable use conditions of artificial intelligence tools in these courses. The main difference you will see for writing as compared to other courses, in this course you will have to use articles that are less than 3 years old, and in addition you need to provide the page number and paragraph number. Now I know you may not have seen this before, but this is a new format that we are developing, and you will be seeing this in more and more courses. So I've given you 2 samples of what a good research-based post looks like. And then you have the rubric on how you will be graded. And I'm going to script through this because what I've also done is I have given you a simple image that you can take a picture with your smartphone and have this available to you at all the time. So in this course, AI can be used for ideation, which is generating ideas, and brainstorming, which is bouncing ideas back and forth once you've identified the main research area. So you can go back and forth. But however, you cannot use AI for writing, any editing, or any organization that you have to do for yourself. Okay, you can have AI generate ideas on how to organize, but the organization itself and the APA formatting for writing has to be done by you. So try to use AI only for ideation and brainstorming. I've given you examples of what ideation is and what brainstorming is. And before you submit any assignment, once again, take a picture of this. You make sure that to get the highest score, you have to meet all five criteria. The research article needs to be less than 3 years old. You have to cite the article twice with the page number and paragraph number. And that just shows me that you've engaged with the article, and I can go back and check once you've given me the page number and the paragraph number. Do not copy and paste word for word. You have to paraphrase in your own words how you understand and interpret the source. And then you have what is called the detailed APA citation, which I showed you. And at the end, you have to include the complete citation along with a clickable link where I can find that article. If I click on the link and the article is not found, you only get partial credit. So as I was saying, this is new information to most of you, but if you follow this image and as well as the previous image that I showed you, you should have no problems scoring high in this course. Okay, so this was your content area. Let's now jump to discussion area. So you have a discussion located over here. So when you're ready to do the assignment, once you've read the instructions, in fact, let me go ahead and show you what one instruction looks like. So the first one is just a label on the name of the topic that we will cover during the week, and these are the instructions. So each instruction is formatted the same. So first there will be the topics covered, then will be the course readings. I've included YouTube video resources, and then some background information, because remember, we have 2 books that were written a while ago. So this is updated information. And then it tells you what the assignment is. So it says over here, your main post should be done by Monday. So remember, in the course calendar, this will not show you. That is why these specific assignment instructions under the content area are very, very important. And then by Tuesday, the very next day, your response post is due. Okay, so this is your instructions area for each assignment. And similarly, you can go look up other instructions when you open this second topic, and the instructions are right there. So let's say you've done the assignment offline in Microsoft Word or Google Docs, and you're ready to post it. Go ahead under My Assessments, Discussions. The first area is for general questions only. It is not graded. And then you have your discussion topics. So right now the video is being made ahead of time, so the discussion is not open. But when you log in on June 29th, you will see this discussion area open. This will turn blue. Click on it and do start a main post. So you can see all the topics are available, but since the discussion board isn't on timer, the only place you can interact right now is like post general questions over here. So once you click on that, similarly, you will see in the weekly topics, you can start a new thread, which will be your main post. So that is My Assessments. And then you have certain assignments, the project Dropbox, and then you have 3 quizzes. So the first one is July 8th. We saw this in the calendar, 8th, 16th, and 23rd. Jumping back to communication. We have your course calendar, which we saw on the very first page, announcements again on the first page, and class list and email. If you want to send me an email, all emails must be sent from within CourseDen. So click on communication, class list, instructors and TA, and then go ahead and click on my name, and then you will see a window open up. You can go ahead and change the subject area. You can type your information in, any questions that you may have. And if you go all the way down, you will see an area where you can upload a file, and this is for discussions as well. If you scroll down, you can click upload and select any file from your computer so that you can upload that file. So that was under communication and class list. So that's all we covered, content, communication, assessment. Grades is where you will see all your assignments graded, and I usually post grades promptly, most of the time within 24 hours. If it's a longer project, it takes me up to 2 days to grade. If you do not see the grade posted after 2 days, please reach out to me. There's probably something going on, which is why your grade wasn't visible to you. And here you go. This is a list of all the items that we will be, all the assignments that we will be doing during the term. And all the comments and all that will be shown over here. And the grade out of 20 points are going to be seen over here. So and then the resources area is the last area for library, writing center, a center of academic success. You can use that if you want, but the main place where you will be accessing the research articles is Google Scholar. Over here, you can just type in something like artificial intelligence, and you'll get a whole bunch of articles, but you can also say and ethics. Let's say if you're looking for an article on ethics. So artificial intelligence, I'm going to move over here. And then the thing to remember in this course, the articles need to be within the last 3 years. So technically you should say 2023 to 2026. So if you look over here, it picked up article from 2022, 2014. So you will not get credit for if you selected these articles. So do search. And now you will see that all these articles and books are 2025, 2026, 2023, and so on. So within 3 years. Now you will notice that some of these do not have a PDF associated with it. So what you can do is you can type in this term, file type :PDF. Please remember this, and once you add this to the search term, let's see what happens. You will see that only articles with full text PDF are going to be available to you. So how do you select an article? Look for cited by. If the number is high, it's a very well researched and referenced article. And the last thing to know in Google Scholar is if you do cite, this let me do another one. This is a very simple citation. So let's say if I do cite over here, this is the APA format that you can copy and paste in your discussion, because then you don't have to manually do the authors and so on. But this is incomplete for our course because it does not have page numbers and paragraph numbers and the correct link. So you'll have to add that yourself. And for the link, all you do is right click and just say copy link address, and you add it to the APA citation. So I am hoping that this information has been useful to you. If for some reason any information was not clear, please feel free to reach out. And the best way to do that is communication, class list. Click on instructors and TA and click on my name. So that is the end of this video, and I will see you online in class, which is when you will be doing the first discussion in the discussion area.